As far as I think. Well, I seem to have some technical difficulties today, especially since I might have some internet issues, but let me know in the chat what happens. And I already got a question in the chat here, the Pylos one. Which bands are you going to run? I don't know yet. I'm gonna decide that as we're going along, and whatever happens. But welcome to the stream, my fourth episode or my fourth stream in my Digimode live series. Today we're gonna do a mode that I don't really know anything about. I had a QSO with Stuart in the chat yesterday, and so I know it works. So I'm probably going to start out on 40. And let's hang on. First, I'm going to talk a little bit about Hellschreiber. And I had some technical difficulties starting the stream today with OBS, with my mic and camera setup and everything. And I just realized that I forgot to change the battery and my camera. So if it runs out, there'll be a little bit of a delay, and I'll be back. And Plasma Storm's in the chat. Welcome, Plasma. I thought I was going to talk a little bit about Hellschreiber first. And I got the Wikipedia page up here now. And it is a German digital mode called Hellschreiber, Feldhellschreiber, and so on. And it's named after Rudolf Hell, its inventor. And it's a text-based teleprinter Digimode, as far as I can read. And it was used during World War II with the Enigma encryption systems. I'm sure a couple of you guys know what that's about. And the way this works is that you type into a keyboard and it prints out on a paper strip, or in our case, on the screen on an emulated paper strip. So, don't really know how this works. I had a little bit of a dialogue with Stuart yesterday on how to. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. A little bit of a dialogue with Stuart about how to give a signal report, and it's an RST report. But honestly, I don't know how to judge the signal quality of the Feldhell modulation. So I'm going to change my radio here so it's in the right mode here first. I had some OBS issues, so I'm a little bit behind. But I've learned that it's important to start on time nevertheless. And I got another window open here in Chrome. And these are the most used frequencies. And as you can see here on 40 meters, it's 7.08 to 7.09, which is really close to the FT8 and FT4 bands. But we'll see how this goes. Gonna change my 7300 to the FT8 preset. But we can try 70. Let's say 8. If we start, it's in USB mode, so we can start at 780.8. And I got to remember to change the window to this one, so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm using FL Digi. I thought about using Ham Radio Deluxe, but I figured FL Digi is something that everyone has, or at least it's free and open source. And I figured it'd be easier to follow along if we did that. So let's tune the radio just to 7.080 here, which is here. And it's pretty quiet here, at least somewhat quiet. There is some QRM nearby. But I'm going to try to call CQ here, and at least let's see what happens. I think I'll start with about 60 watts on 40. The bands haven't really been that good today. So as you can see, I am transmitting And up here is the emulated paper strip. And I'm going to do this the way I did it with the other Digimodes. I'm not going to bother to log live now. I'm just going to rewatch the stream and log afterwards. There's just too much going on. And just out of curiosity, has any of you guys in the chat tried Hellschreiber before? And there's no use for me waiting for an answer. But at least I am seen in the UK. Let's move the chat a little bit down here. So let's see if, yeah, I got a reply here from Stuart. And that's good. That's kind of my goal with all these Digimodes, at least to get one QSO. Let's see, UR599. See what happens, and I probably got to press answer here. And then it starts typing out on the virtual paper strip here. It's a different kind of mode since it's emulating a printer here, actually. And there's actually a lot of information on Wikipedia and other places online where you can actually figure out a little bit more of this mode. Let's see what Stuart writes here. Hi, Martin. You are also 599. Very good. And I'm not sure about the signal quality, but the paper, strip here looks kind of white. So I guess that's 599. And Dan Wiley, he have used Hell. It's a nostalgic mode. As I've read, it's been used all the way until the 80s, actually, for press use. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see here. You're also 599. Very good propagation this evening. And the reason that it's doubled up here, and it's also printed a little bit skewed, and that's just as a way of error correction. And Stuart says it feels like proper radio. Let me see here. It absolutely feels like proper radio. Let's see if we can do the exclamation mark here. I gotta admit, I'm not sure what characters you can send and you can't send here. And yeah, the exclamation mark was actually fine here. So we could also try 20 meters a little bit later on, see if we can get some DX on Hellschreiber. That would actually be a lot of fun. So and if any of you other guys on the chat can hear me on 40 meters, I'll end this with Stuart and try calling CQ here. See, a little bit of QSB, but I thought 40 or 30 meters would be fine for... This is actually faster than a lot of modern text Digimodes, free text Digimodes. Let's see. Would be fine for this. You might go 20 perhaps it is. No, okay, if I just... okay, I can also see that I've done some... I'll just resize this window here. So we can... get all of this in the window. Would be fine for this. Let's see. A little bit of QSB, but I thought 40 or 30 would be fine for this. U20. Okay, there is something going on here, but yeah, I'm gonna end it with Stuart here. I don't know if there is a 7-3 button here. Let's see if I press the silent key button. And I'll press answer. And it even says, God bless. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But we're not going to go into religion. This is ham radio after all. And then it prints out the time the QSO ended. And there's probably some way of editing these quick reply buttons. So I'm going to try another CQ. And if anyone can hear me and wants to answer me, if you are in the chat or not, that would be fun. Let's see. Now this time, everybody should be aware of scammers from Delhi in India. Pretend they are in the U.S. Just right. Okay. Right-click on the macro button, and you can edit them. Okay. I'll do that later on. Right now, I'll... oh, I got a CQ here from Lima Alpha. See, and how do I... if I do... see here. Oh, I gotta write something here. Maybe I doubled with them. I was a little bit too fast. Okay, I'm a newbie here, so that's good. At least there's a Norwegian station getting back to me. Let's see who this is. Lima Alpha 5, Lima India Alpha. Let's see what pops up on QRZ here. Yeah, I got to log into QRZ. So I'll get back to... see, later you can look at increasing the font size. That helps a lot. Yeah, I have to look into that as well. This is kind of the concept, though, of these streams. I'm going in unprepared. So let's see, Lima Alpha 5, Lima India Alpha, and I'll press answer here. See what happens. And while I do that, I'm going to log into QRZ so we can see who this is. So let's just switch over to a web browser here. And that is Steinar from Sandnessjøen, which is northern Norway. Let's see if you can hear me. Actually, I thought I would be the only one calling CQ here on Hellschreiber, but apparently not. Doesn't look like I'm getting a reply, though. So let's just wait and see. Stuart says that Steinar is a little bit weaker than you are. Yeah, I'm probably a bit closer to you, Stuart. And yeah, Sandnessjøen is about, let's see, probably about 1,000+ kilometers north of me. Doesn't look like I'll get a reply. Oh, there is something really, really weak here, which I can't actually decode, unfortunately. So let's see now. There, we got a reply. Just testing. It is. This works fine. A bit of QSB. You are live on YouTube. And I have a FB signal, and I honestly don't know what that is. As you probably understood, I'm pretty new to ham radio. I've only been licensed for a little bit more than a year. I got my license in December 2020. So I'm new to this, and that's kind of why I'm doing this. And Stuart says it means fine business. LCW abbreviation. Yeah, and that's also one of my ham radio projects is learning CW. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. Just got to get through all my other projects first, such as experimenting with all these Digimodes. So I'm gonna finish this QSO and I'll move on to 20 and see if we can get some DX there. Hi, old man. Report 599. Let's see. Your report also 599. Name Martin QTH Halden Juliet Oscar 59 Romeo Bravo. Watching you live now. Actually, this is fun. I'll copy, and he's probably seen my reply before he's done. Let's see. Back to you. Lima Alpha 5 Lima India Alpha, and I'll hit the answer button. So I'm thinking about my next Digimode. When I started this with JS8 Call and then VAR-AC and then FT8, and I've always talked about Hellschreiber being the mode that I've wanted to do, and now I'm done with Hellschreiber. So I'm up for suggestions what I'm going to do either next Monday or the Monday after that, permitting my work schedule. I've got an unpredictable work schedule at the moment. So that's why it's sometimes every Monday and sometimes every other Monday. So, and I have the sound down on my radio. I can turn it up so you can hear it. He's testing Hell with Ham Radio Deluxe, and that was actually my original plan as well. But I figured I'll do FL Digi since that's free and open software and easy for you to try if you want to follow along. And Steiner has never had a QSO with this mode. Strange to think they used this mode in World War II. Yeah, I gotta agree with you there, Steiner. It's weird. Kind of slow, he says. I don't really think it's really that slow compared to, for instance, JS8 Call, which for me seems a lot slower. Congratulations with your first QSO. I think this is pretty fast. Let's see. Only 5 Lima Alpha India. Let's see. And I'll send this. And tomorrow is Norway's National Day, actually, so it's a public holiday. And so don't know how many people will be watching today and how many will watch this later on. And I don't know if any of you have seen my latest video on the T2LT dipole, which actually was a fun build. Didn't take long, and should probably work as a charm as soon as 10 meters open up. I can recommend that video. All you need is some scrap RG58. And I'll wait for his reply, and then I'll end this. And we'll try to move on to 20. And for you North Americans in the chat here, such as Dan, I'll see if I can do some DX. I'm not sure if this will go as far as FT8. I have no macros prepared. Well, neither have I. I've only used the macros that are in here. So I'll remove the God bless from the macro here. Apply and close this. So sorry, Steiner, but I'm gonna say 7.3 here as soon as you is done here, and I'll move on to 20. And if we check back with the Felt Hell Club frequency list, just so you can be prepared as far as I am as well. The 20 meter QRG is 14.063. So, and let's go back to the Hellschreiber window here. Okay, I think, why am I not sending this? Okay, something is... Okay, now I'm sending the 7.3 message twice, actually. And Dan has his radio packed up for camping over weekend. Was going to do some POTA, but it was a failure this weekend. Yeah, if any of you guys have seen my POTA failure video, I've experienced that. And yeah, POTA can be a failure. But I got Mike, K8MRD, to reply to my POTA video with a little bit of clickbaity headline there, but I got a reply for that. And actually, that POTA trip felt like a chore more than something fun. So, but once POTA picks up, I'm sure it's gonna be fun here as well. And let's see. Now Steiner and Stewart is in a QSO. So while they're in a QSO, I'll move to 20 meters, 14.063. And I bet it's faster to just use the radio and tune around here. 20 was good last night, actually. I heard a lot of North American stations, but they all had pileups. And with my 100 watts, I had a hard time getting through them. I even heard aircraft mobile station from a strato tanker over Romania, but he had a really big pileup, so I didn't have a chance to get through there. And Dan says the failure was a heat failure, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Wore myself up setting up camp. Didn't feel like playing radio. Yeah, as a Norwegian, I can understand that. 100 degrees Fahrenheit is about 38 degrees centigrade, isn't it? No, it's more than that. It's about 40 degrees centigrade. So yeah, I can figure that was a little bit too hot, and it was probably as normal in North America, humid as well. There's not much going on 20 here, so I'm just gonna call 7.3 and see what happens. Now I'm gonna call CQ. Sorry about that. reading the chat, doing a Digimode that I've never used before, and making a live stream. That's confusing. According to my wife, I'm not really good at multitasking. So, yeah, it just have to go the way it goes. And speaking of 100 degrees Fahrenheit, the last time I experienced temperatures like that was 5 years ago in Washington, D.C. And I had a plan of walking all the way through the National Mall. My family didn't agree, though. So we walked about halfway through it and ended up taking an Uber the rest of the way. And it doesn't really get as hot here. Here in southern Norway, it might get as hot as about 30 degrees centigrade, which is about 85 Fahrenheit. But that's about as hot as it gets, and that's actually way too hot for me. I'm more comfortable in a little bit cooler temperatures. And yeah, 20 seems to be pretty dead. I'm going to try calling CQ again. And I'm curious, does this show up on PSK Reporter? Let's switch over here and see. See what happens here if I'm spotted anywhere. No, it doesn't look like it shows up on PSK Reporter. Well, might be just as good. So what other bands should I be trying? Any suggestions in the chat here to see what other bands I could be trying? I mean, this is not the most used mode, so that kind of stops it. The Pylos one, heard you very well on 40, but can't copy a thing on 20. Okay, and where are you, the Pylos one? That's what I'm wondering then, if you heard me on 40. Are you in Europe, North America, Asia, or anywhere else? So let me know in the chat. Yeah, he's in Trondheim. Let's see if we can get that to stick. Yeah, Trondheim is about 600 kilometers north of me. So maybe I'll go back to 40 and we'll find a frequency there and see what happens. And we'll try to make a QSO. So we're back on 40. And there is a QSO going on here. So I'll move a little bit up here. And see what happens. See, I'll move up to... I'll be sticking pretty much there because there is QRM on both sides of me here. So I think this is pretty much the best place to be staying. And it looks like they're done. So I'll try to call CQ here and see if you, the Pylos one, can hear me. Just let me check that the band is free here first. Look for those dark gray bars, I think. I think that's pretty much... and there's... okay, there is activity going on. I had a Swedish station coming back to me on 40, but couldn't pull them up. You might get them calling you. That's probably SM Lima Alpha 6, November Charlie Alpha. And that's actually a Norwegian operator, though. And if that is who I think it is, he's actually done a couple of YouTube videos on Hellschreiber. So let's see if the band clears here and see if we can do anything more on Hellschreiber. And nothing nothing is as good if this this really gets popular. And Colin says he knows the difference. No, sorry, Stuart says he knows the difference between Lima Alpha and Sierra Mike. Yeah, you do. Smoking Ape does not. So I'm planning to take my camera to the border and just try to make a QSO on both sides of the line so he can understand the difference here. And if you're listening, Ape, please do comment in the chat. Anton was late. No, you're not late, Anton. The stream is not over yet. I still have about half a bottle of cider left, so you are not late. So, and maybe go a few kilohertz down in frequency. Yeah, I got really I got a lot of QRM here, but let's see. Now I'm down in FTA territory, or some other things. Let's see if we can move further down the band, though. 7.066 Palace 1. Is that a good frequency to try? Let's just call CQ here. And Anton is later than he tried to be. Yeah, but he can watch the first part in replay, Anton. And we'll see how that goes. And I got some error messages on my YouTube studio here that my bandwidth is a little bit too low to stream. But can you see me and can you hear me? That's my question. Oh, there is something happening. Let's see. Heard you very well on 40 meters. Very easy to follow the whole conversation. And then Wiley says the audio and video is fine. Thank you, Dan. Good to hear. And if I can reach North America, I can pretty much reach anywhere. And see. I'll answer him here. And Lima Alpha 1 Kilo. Is that? Yeah, that's Akademisk Radio Club. It's the student radio club in Trondheim. I actually went to school there, went to university there. Let's see, that'll be more than 20 years ago. Let's switch over here so you can see here. And it's an active club. I wasn't an operator back then, though. So, let's see. Did I actually send my reply back here? Or did I not? Let's see. Thanks. Very nice. We'll log it and send you. Yeah, thank you for the card. I'll try to get a card back, but that doesn't... Well, I got a pile of cards I got to get back to. I'm not good on QSL cards. And I actually would need some actually, if you got some pointers on how to actually manage the flow of QSO cards and how to reply effectively. If you got any tips, please do let me know, either in the chat right now or down in the comments if you're watching this on replay. So that would actually be a good tip. I'm thinking about one of those label printers, but I'm kind of in between jobs at the moment, so that's not an expense that I'm willing to pay right now. 7-3, good luck with the DX. And thank you for that. And Anton, are you on Hellschreiber now? See if we can get you in the log as well before we finish up. I'm on 7.066 right now on 40 meters. And you can probably see that as well up here on the display here. Anton is trying to. That's good. So I'll call CQ and see what happens. He cannot see anything on your side. Okay, is your radio in an upper sideband there? Might be stupid to ask, but that's kind of one of the mistakes I make. And besides that, I have really no skills of troubleshooting for you in a mode that I've never used. Yeah, the Anton's radio is in upper sideband. Let's see if we can get any replies back here. I can hear the signal fine, but FLDJ doesn't decode. Okay. Okay, I have no idea how to actually help you with that, Anton. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm on Feldhell as far as I know. Yeah, it says Feldhell down in the corner behind the back here on the screen. So yes, I'm on Feldhell. I'll do another CQ and maybe move up to the calling frequency afterwards. See what happens. I'm not sure if this is a mode I'm going to be doing a lot, but if people start using it, it would be actually fun to try doing this more. Because it's kind of a different kind of mode, since you get an emulated paper strip that shows what you are, or shows your QSO. And Stuart says still very clear here. That's good. 40 has not really ever been a problem to the UK. It's kind of one hop over there, such as Italy is one hop on 20 meters from here. So both Italy and the UK are really easy to get here. About 15 years ago, the student club won a Feldhell contest from the town of Hell. Yeah, that is actually that is funny. And that would be fun to do. That's kind of one of those things that you got to be kind of nerdish to get, but it's fun. And he says it's way before his time. Yeah, it was way after my time in Trondheim. And back then I was interested in radio, but I didn't have money and time to get my license. And that's probably why this is a hobby for middle-aged men. You got to have some time and you got to have some money. And the hobby pretty soon turns to be way more oh, okay, I pressed the wrong button here. That was wrong. I was going to call CQ, but I'll do that next. The hobby kind of grows on you, and it gets more expensive than you actually would think it would be. I went into this hobby thinking that I'd be able to do it with an HT, and that would be it. Now, a year and a half later, I am streaming on YouTube. I got more radios than I can use simultaneously in my shack. And I got a Hamshack Hotline phone. And I don't know if you guys have heard of Hamshack Hotline. It's a voice over IP phone service for amateur radio operators. Check out hamshackhotline.com. You just get an old Cisco IP phone of eBay or somewhere, and you can set it up. It's really easy. Last Monday, I was a guest on Ham Nuggets with with Temporarily Offline and LB0FI Labs. And yeah, we had a lot of fun, even though it was really late night, early morning here. I started at 1:30 a.m. my time. Dan Wiley's got his Hamshack Hotline number 4221. Yeah, that's an easy number. I got let's see, 42, then 6 zeros and 145. I'll type it in here. 42, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 4, 5. And that's my Hamshack Hotline number if anyone want to give me a call. The phone's been kind of quiet here. As Temporarily Offline said on the stream, it's $15 of fun. And yeah, in my case, it's 10 euros of fun. And it's been that already. But I'd really like to use it more. It's kind of different. But you got RF links. You can call in on Echo Link. You can use call into DMR links with it. You can listen to broadcast radio and such. So it is different, but it is fun, and that's kind of the part of the concept of this hobby. Is just having fun and experimenting with technology. I'll do one more CQ here, and I'll move up to 7.080 and see what happens. And we're getting close to the 45-minute mark here, so I'm going to think about ending the stream soon, but I like one more QSO in my log. Let's see if Anton can decode me. And god kväll to you as well, Stian. And Stian's actually featured in my Poda Gone Wrong video as the Poda King of Norway, which he really is. And Poda is new in Norway. It's a new program. So it doesn't... It's hard. And it's probably in the rest of Europe as well, hard to get the QSOs. Compared to when you were doing summons on the air, where you get those instant pileups. And doesn't look like I'm going to get a reply here. So I'll be moving up to 70.80 here. And let's just listen if there's anything going on first. And not sure what happens now. Stopped decoding at all. So I'm going to call CQ here and see what happens. On the virtual paper strip. And yeah, it is a fun mode, but I haven't got any suggestions in the chat yet as to what mode to try next. I'm open for suggestions, and if you're watching this in replay, please don't. Please do comment. Sound card selection might be wrong from Anton. Yeah, that's a common issue. I have so many sound cards connected to this computer because it's my streaming computer. It's my video editing computer. It is my ham computer for both Digimodes on 2 meters, 70 centimeters, and HF. So I got 2 radios connected. I got a sound card for the microphones. I got sound input through HDMI for the camera. So yeah. Stuart got back to me though. That was good. 579. I gotta agree to that. Let's see. M0TTQ. You are as well. A lot of QSB. No, not a lot of QSB, but a lot of QRM around. I bet it wasn't like this when the mode was invented. And let's press answer here. And Dan says, then the Windows update comes and have set up audio again. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that is actually not that problematic when you're doing this as a hobby, but when you're doing it professionally, that can be an issue. But as far as this home setup, it's, as everything else in ham radio, experimental. So I'm going to finish this QSO with Stuart, and I think we're going to call it a night after that. Stian says SSTV next time. Yeah, that would be fun. That is a mode I've what do you say? I've listened to SSTV. That is kind of not right. I've seen some SSTV, but I haven't really sent anything on SSTV. Stuart says, very true. And Dan also says SSTV would be good. And FT8 is coming in fine. Sound card is correct. Okay, but don't worry, Anton. You can send me a message on Discord, and we can try a QSO later on. And Stuart, you faded a little bit out here. You're still readable. So, but I'm gonna say 7-3 to you now, Stuart. Or I'm not. How do you? If I don't want to send this. Hi, Mom. I'm on TV. Okay. Let's see. Who is on TV? Please identify. Okay, we got to figure this out. And we'll send it back. Was that? I don't know who that was, Stuart, but this is an amazing moment. And YouTube actually has this new feature called clips, where you can share clips from a video. And I'm going to share this clip here where someone... No call sign, a pirate. Yeah, it might be a pirate. Might be one of those CB guys. And the fun thing is when I did the JS8 call, I actually talked to a couple of CBers which said that this would be... okay, I'm kind of losing focus here, but yeah, that I should do JS8 call on 11 meters, and when I tried to say no, they didn't quite get it. It must be ape. Yeah, probably is. So this is funny. And speaking of Discord, as I did with you earlier, Anton, if any of you guys that are a little bit better on multitasking than I am, can just share a link to the Toads Discord here, the friendliest place on the internet, and for ham radio, pretty much. Please do that. I'm sure there's room for more people in there. And Stuart says 27245 is the 11 meter JSite call frequency. It's fairly popular. Yes, it is. But is it within the regulations of CB radio? And actually, I'm not sure. I'm not a CBer. I've never really used CB. I've tried it a couple of times. But that's about it. Looks like there is something coming on here, but it is weak. Okay, Anton. You are here. Let's see. PD 480. You are 599. And still wondering who sent the "Hi, Mom, I am on TV" message. Yeah, let's see if you can receive. Anyway, you can send, and you can use the fantastic web SDR as YouTube to watch what gets back. Let's see if we can get anything back from Anton here. And I think we're right on top of a Russian station sending this. No receiving, unfortunately. Okay. You gotta figure that. Are you using FLDigi there, Anton? And have you set the sound cards up correctly in FLDigi? But at least you're going out, so you got one over your sound cards correctly. So that was let's just, I'm gonna say 732. And why does it not send when I press the button? Let's see. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap up here and pretty much call it a night soon. And thank you all for watching the stream. And this has been a lot of fun. And as of the suggestions you gave me on next live stream, I am gonna do SSTV. I'll find some pictures of Baofangs and figure it out. And actually, hang on, we're gonna go back to Hellschreiber once more. Now it works. Now it works. 599. Now. Okay, I guess that's Anton. It's probably not the hi. Yeah, that is Anton. It's not the "Hi Mom, I am on TV." So, and Andy says it's been a lot of fun. Yes, it has been a lot of fun. And 7-3 to you, Dan. And just a reminder, this is a hobby for me, but making all this YouTube stuff, it's not cheap. And I'm selling these LB0FI dipoles on Etsy, or the Swede Tenna, as Smoking Ape calls them. He's got kind of issues with the difference between Norway and Sweden. They're available on Etsy, and I ship them worldwide. So if you want one, check them out. The link is, I think it's in this description as well. If not, it's in all of the other videos. And let's see here. And now Anton and Stuart's having a QSO. So I'm going to call 7-3 and get my kids to bed here. Thank you for watching the stream, and hope to see you again. 7-3.